Right, we vibe with it, we vibe with it. Let's see, the sound part to vibe, right? No sweat, no sweat. So I can check the sound out, see what's going on with the shit around. Let me turn my damn phone down.
Excellent sound.
Excellent sound. All right, we're gonna clap it up. All right, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Barakathum to the Akim. Yahweh Shamar Allah Thum Bahashem Yahushua to the Akwathium. You understand? We are the ISUPK, that is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street under commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been bringing out the truth of the Bible. And that truth is that the so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, and the so-called Native man is the true Israelite, the true Jew, according to this Bible. And that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And this is the Wednesday night law class. You understand me? And today we're going to be getting into salvation. You understand me? And this salvation is for everybody. When I say everybody, I mean like every nation. You understand me? If you ever been in church, you understand me? They have you hold hands and let you know that Jesus loves everybody, right? Jesus came to save everyone, right? That's what we're here, but we're going to prove it today in the Bible, whether that's true or not. You understand me? Because the problem with our people, when I say our people, I mean the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man, is we tend to not want to take heed to the Bible because we feel as though the Bible is for everyone. You understand me? Like, how could you appreciate the Bible when the same one who oppressed you, right, is supposedly getting that same salvation as you? You understand me? But I don't know.
Salakia, not that interrupt you early on that point, Salakia. You know, the so-called, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we don't even view it as, salvation that's for everybody. Like, we've pretty much been deceived into believing that, the Bible is about, our oppressor. You know what I mean? Like, the Bible is theirs. You take a look at that picture of so-called Jesus, you understand? Like, that's Jesus, you know what I mean? That's the Savior, right? We see that image and we think that all that salvation is for our oppressor. We think that we might get lucky enough to maybe get included. Right. You know what I mean? But it's theirs first. It is kind of, the perception that we pretty much come into it with. But that is absolutely upside down. And I know you're going to break it down.
Yeah, we're going to bring it out tonight. Understand me? According to this Bible, we will break it down tonight that Christ didn't die for the oppressor at all. You know what I mean? We're going to say tonight there's nowhere in this Bible that he even meant that in any shape, fashion, or form. We're going to start with Matthew 1 and 21. You understand me? Get out this Bible and find out who Christ died for, like the real way. Like, Jesus doesn't love the world. You understand me? He doesn't love the whole world. He loves a certain world. He loves a certain people. You understand me? That's the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. You got that other one? All right, let's get it.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son.
No, it says, and she shall bring forth a son. When it says she shall bring forth a son, that's the Mary. You understand? That's Mary. Everybody knows about Mary. If you didn't, that's the Christ's mom. Understand? That's who birthed Christ, the natural way, the real way. And Joseph was his dad, a real person, instead of like what your pastor tell you about the immaculate conception, like how the Most High magically put a baby. You understand me? And I've never seen it happen. That doesn't happen. You understand me? That's not physically, that's not logically correct. You understand me? But Christ was born up in the flesh. You understand me? Christ has a lineage. You understand me? He has a people. You understand me? Read.
And thou shalt call his name Jesus.
That's Yahweh in the Hebrew. Read.
For he shall save his people.
Hold on. He should say what?
His people.
He shall save his people. You understand me? When you say his, that is possessive. You understand me? Like, say if you walked into the you had to bail your man out of jail, right? And you say, I come here for my people. You know what I mean? And CO say, hey, here for his people. Is he here for everybody there? Nah, it's a certain people he there for. You understand me? When it says his people, that means there's other people to choose from. You understand me? He didn't come for this whole world. He came for a certain people. We'll dig more into it as we go along. You understand me? Read.
From their sins.
From their sins. You understand me? What sins is that? The sins that we picked up from our oppressor. You understand me? The sins that we would have never known had we not been brought into captivity. You understand me? To follow their culture. You understand me? To follow their customs. You understand me? Like the sins we go through hold a lot of weight towards the position we're in as people, towards the way we live as a people, because this Bible tells us a different way. You understand me? To get it on, tells us a different way to live. You understand me? This is like our directions, our way to live, so we don't fall victim of abortions. You understand me? So we don't fall victim of drug abuse, right? So we don't fall victim of murdering ourselves. So we don't fall victim of loving our oppressor more than we love our brother. You understand me? We're the oppressor has made us love him and hate ourselves. You understand me? And that's not the way it was supposed to be at all. You understand me? After that, we're gonna jump to Matthew 5 and 7. We're gonna get more of this, then we're gonna slow it down. But I want to show y'all in this Bible. It is nowhere in this Bible where the Most High where the Most High sent Christ to save the whole world. He sent him to save a certain people, and we're gonna find that out today in the Bible. You understand me? Oh snap! First, let me enter this. Let me enter this attendance into the chat. You understand me? If you're tuned in online, you can sign in for the attendance. You know what I mean? Get your credits. You understand me? Get your benefits. Get your Hebrew name. You understand? Getting all black. Get in class and learn how to serve the Most High the way the Most High wants to be served. You understand me? All right. We're gonna get to Matthew. Let me get there. 5, 10, and 5. We're gonna go through 7. Matthew 10 and 5.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent forth.
All right, this is the 12. You understand me? The 12 will be his disciples. You understand me? This is him sending them forth to spread the gospel. You understand me? To spread his word. You understand me? This is Matthew 5 and 7. This is in the Bible. Read.
And commanded them, saying.
Now he gave them an order. Read.
Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Go what?
Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
All right, this is Christ giving a direct order to not spread this gospel to the Gentiles. You understand me? And the Gentiles is contextual. You understand me? It's context to the Gentiles. A lot of times Gentiles means other nations. Sometimes Gentiles are Israelites who have picked up other customs and cultures of other nations. In this context, he talk about other nations. You understand me? He's telling you, do not go to them with this word. Don't tell them don't tell them about this gospel. Read.
And into any city of the Samaritans.
Or to the city of Samaritans. I'm gonna precept this one real quick. We're gonna go back to that. We're gonna get 2 Kings 17 and 24. We're gonna let you know what was going on in Samaria. You understand me? Why Christ said, don't go there with that word. You understand me? Matthew, what we got? 2 Kings 17 and 24. That's why he said, don't get that word to them. Don't tell them nothing, because that's not the children of Israel. He wants his word spread to the children of Israel. That's the only one this message before. That's the so-called black man, so-called Native man, so-called Hispanic man. You are the people that Most High died for. You understand me? You got that?
Okay.
All right, let's read. Let's see what's going on.
2 Kings, chapter 17, verse 24.
Let's see what's going on in Samaria. That's good.
And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Kedar, and from Ava, and from Hamath, and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria.
All right, now right there, all these other nations, you understand me, that was put in Samaria, you understand me? Read.
Instead of the children of Israel.
Instead of who?
The children of Israel.
That's why Christ said, "Go not to Samaria." You understand? Because Christ knew that those were not the children of Israel. They're like, let's call them like Amalek to this day. You understand me? Learn your nations. You understand me? Hebrew, you know who we're talking about. Like Amalek is in another nation right now that was put there, like these people in Samaria was. They were put there. You understand me? They was put there, and Christ knew, like, man, that don't go to them and tell them nothing because they are not the ones who's supposed to be there. You understand me? This is things like your Christian pastor don't tell you. You understand me? He tell you they love the world. He tell you that salvation is for everyone, and it's right in his Bible to this day that he's not here for everybody. He didn't come to help everybody. He didn't come to save everybody. And this is what you need to realize. Like our pastor has his heaven on earth today, right? Like to be saved, to need salvation. That's like redeeming. Matter of fact, let's pull up salvation. We're gonna pull up salvation. You gonna pull that up? You want to get that other one? I can get it. Let's pull up salvation. What's the definition of salvation?
Salvation, this is according to the Oxford Dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
Salvation, number one, it's a noun. Preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss.
All right, you understand me? Now, take a look around the world, and who needs deliverance? I mean, who needs to get out of oppression? Who needs to stop having someone rule over their whole life? Other nations are doing just fine. Our oppressor, they're taking trips every day, right? They own the whole world, right? They own all the bread factories, right? They own the clothing stores, right? They own everything that Adawan. No, go for it.
I just said he was on the topic, like who needs to be saved. I mean, like there is a people who get to go to outer space for fun.
Okay.
like literally just hop on it like a Uber.
Okay.
Go to outer space and come back.
Okay.
Right. Like just they the yachts and the mansions, they just rule the earth, man. It's not a mystery.
Okay.
It's not a secret society who rules this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And in order for them to rule, I mean, it's sort of like how nature has it. There's some people who are going to have to be ruled over.
Okay.
And it ain't hard to find who's being ruled over, man.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Okay.
Who is, subject to the domination of this empire?
Mm-hmm.
In all aspects.
Okay.
Like this, it's not a mystery. Christ said that he came to save his people. Okay. I imagine his people are the ones in distress.
Mm-hmm.
That his people will be the ones that are in mourning. That his people are the ones that can't make it to outer space. Just for just to pass the damn time. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
That's who needs deliverance. Deliverance is for our Mexican brothers and sisters stuck on the border. You understand me? The deliverance is for our brothers in Haiti. You know what I mean? It got to deal with the water crisis and all the war and all that stuff getting took over by America. You understand me? That is who deliverance is for. Deliverance is for all our people in poverty. You understand me? Under this oppressor's rulership. You understand me? Who lock us up, throw us in jail, and crush our life from then on. You understand me? Like you would think like if someone went to jail, they should be good, right? But the way our oppressive system works, once you get in jail, you don't get that felony. You understand? Once you get that felony, you can't get a job nowhere. You understand me? And then once you can't get a job nowhere, guess what you do? You resort back to selling drugs, and guess where the drugs came from? Oppressor. You understand me? It's like the rat race, like you ever seen the cheese chasing the rat? Yeah, I mean the rat chasing the cheese around in a circle. Like it's a never ending battle. You understand me? And then so instead of we can't be mad at our brother selling drugs, but you also got to be mad at the person who put it there. You understand me? You also got to be mad at the person who raised us to be us. You understand me? Like we had to learn from our oppressor how to be a so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native man. You understand? We didn't have our culture. Our culture is you're gonna learn. You can learn it now. You get in class. You understand me? And get to obeying these laws, statutes, commandments that was made for you. But other than that, we had no way of knowing the way to conduct ourselves in life. You understand me? We had Adawan.
Shalak, if I may. And this is something I didn't learn until coming into the truth from the Commander General.
Okay.
There is all of our, social dysfunction, whether it be, how we interact in our relationships with, our men and our women, right? But how we conduct ourselves in these relationships, how we conduct ourselves in our communities, the lack of brotherhood, you know what I mean? The violence, the crime. Commander General Yohana taught me that all of those, like so-called negative behaviors are the result of, being destroyed. You know what I mean? Being put in a position of desperation. We have children who are the descendants of slaves. You understand? In this country. Not only just the descendants of slaves, but then also the descendants of individuals who had to suffer through segregation, right? And what do you call it? The Willie Lynch laws, right? Where it was legal for a certain people to abuse and terrorize another group of people. And then we have this joke of a civil rights movement where the few resources that our community did have were then agreed to be shared with the oppressor.
Right.
Like it was we gave away and compromised and sold what little we did have. We have our own businesses. We had Black Wall Street. We had our own colleges. We had our own hospitals. We had things. And thanks to MLK and his, disgusting lust, where he wanted to, just be able to, have terrible, intercourse, interactions, Salakia, with, the oppressor's woman. I mean, like, we gave all of that away. So then now we're left in a society where anything that we're ever going to have is only going to be a crumb that we have to grovel for, that we got to, up dance and, smile from ear to ear and yes, master, yes, master, yes, master. Come on, man. Like, our people have a spirit that's not really, that don't sit well with a lot of us, with a majority of us. You get what I'm saying? So we'll find other means to bring bread home. You understand? Now, if that means go take something and sell it, we'll do it. That means go, hurt someone and take theirs, we'll do it. You understand? But all of these behaviors are a result of, again, the extreme poverty that we are forced into. You know what I mean? That we're born into and forced to remain in. You understand? And that's, we can thank our oppressor for all of those behaviors. You understand? They are our oppressors' behaviors. We emulated them. What's called Stockholm syndrome. Where the person who's oppressing someone, the person that's being oppressed develops an affinity or a love or affection for that person that's hurting them and has them scared to death. So that's what we did. We've adopted their lifestyles. We've worshiped their gods. We've committed their crimes. You understand? And we need salvation from that garbage out. Because we die when we do that. We die when we take on their customs, man. And again, we take on their customs as a result of desperation from extreme poverty and oppression from them. And that's what Christ is coming back for. You understand? That's the salvation he's coming back to correct. You get what I'm saying?
That's the salvation that's the people that need saving. And half the problems that's wrong with the community is because of poverty. You understand me? Poverty that was provoked by our oppressor. Like, You think about it, as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native, they had a 1,000-year head start on you from the beginning, right? When it comes to collecting their riches, collecting their homes, collecting all the things going to be passed down. You understand me? And told you to catch up and wondering why you ain't caught up yet. You understand me? You never had a chance to catch up. Like, think about this: they put us in slavery. You understand me? Enslaved human people, right? After that, they decided to let us go when everybody wasn't let go. You understand me? They decided to lynch people. They decided to hang people. They decided to make their life a living hell. You understand me? And then after that, we got Martin Luther King came through with his wet dream that ruined the community even more. But that was, you think about that, that was like in the 70s. You understand me? So that means that's about what we got, about 50, 60 years. Well, you have a whole person. Your grandma remembers what she couldn't drink from no precious water fountain. You understand me?
Right.
Your grandma remembers getting hosed down by the police. You know what I mean? And chased by dogs. You understand me? And then they expect the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native man to be right on track with them when they had all this head start in front of them. But then guess what? With all that head start, we still managed to catch up. Right. So-called Black man, Hispanic man, Native man. So how could you not be the children of God? You understand me? Because who else has the power? Who else has the capability to even recover from that big of a head start? You understand me? They had a whole big head start, but we recovered. You understand? Let's get back. Let's go back to the top. Matthew 10:5. Yeah, we still had the power to recover from that. You understand me?
Matthew chapter 10, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
These 12, I'm going to say Yahushua instead of Jesus. Yahushua set forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
You understand me? Because he knew that was the people. Once upon a time, the Israelites was there. You understand me? But this time, the Israelites were not there. You understand me? Read.
Verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he said, don't go to them, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Who the lost sheep is us. You understand me? The people in the world who don't realize this Bible is about them. That's what he went for. He went to look for the people who was oppressed, the people who was down, the people who didn't realize their home. You understand me? The house, that'd be like a family, right? Your family lives in the house, right? It's a family, it's a bloodline. You understand me? It wasn't for the oppressor. It never was for the oppressor. That's what we said. Amalek took on our culture, you understand me? And took on our custom, took on our culture. That's what they did back in the day, the Samaritans. They started taking on our customs, they took on our cultures, and they replaced us with us. You understand me? The king did that the way the government did that to this day. You understand me? Adawan?
If I may, the heavy part in that verse, it says, go rather to the lost sheep.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's perfectly fitting, for the children of Israel, because we are lost. We don't even know who we are.
Okay.
You understand? The pushback we get to try to teach that the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true children of the Lord.
Okay.
Like, it seems so far-fetched to what's commonplace in this society today. Our people, and our people are into, like, that same group of people, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are immersed in every other culture and religion and philosophy and doctrine because we don't know what's ours. You understand?
Sure.
So we go gravitate to the Islam. We go gravitate to the Buddhism. We go gravitate to the Egyptology. We go gravitate to the Catholicism. We go gravitate to the Rastafarianism. We go gravitate to, astrology, numerology, all of these mystic, societies, the Greek fraternities. You understand? Like we go and scramble. We are all over the place as a people, man.
Okay.
When you could take, Moab, in China, they're number one. Like they do Hindu. They're Hindu. You understand?
Okay.
They practice Buddhism. They think about that Buddha. You go in a Chinese restaurant, they got that fat man, you know what I mean, with his belly out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got him. They not, that's their thing. They do that. That's them. The Arabs, you understand? Their primary religion is Islam. You get like almost what they say, unanimously. You know what I mean? Like they're Islamic. Like, we are the people that are spread out all over the place into every other philosophy because we don't know what's ours. We don't know, you know what I mean, what we belong to. And ain't that interesting? Christ came back for a people who are lost in that very way. Of people who don't know that they're the Lord's chosen people, man. You understand? That we are members of his house, of his family, and that we need to get back. We need to come back to this family. We need to come out of that Islam. We got to come out of that Christianity. We got to come out of that Buddhism. We got to come out of that Rastafarianism. You understand? We got to come out of that Egyptology. We got to come out of that Scientology. We got to come out of all. That's who he sent his disciples out to go get. And that's exactly what Commanding General Yohana has done with the ISUPK.
That's right.
He sends priests and prophets out all over this globe to wake up the 12 lost tribes of the house of Israel, man, to come back into this house, man, and get in order. And I'm thankful for that. So
you're right, though. You understand me? Like, Amalek claims our people's status or bloodline or whatever. So how would they be lost? You understand me? They think they know who they are, but who don't know where they come from? You understand me? Who don't know their true language? You understand me? Who don't know nothing about who generation bloodline go back three or four people before they don't even know what's going on. They don't know their heritage. You understand me? Ask any other nation in this world, they know their heritage, right? They can tell you who their great-great-granddad was. They can tell you who the granddad was before that. They can tell you about what they were doing in the 1800s. They can tell you where their family lived in the 1700s, right? But the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man, we don't know other than who our grandmother dad was. You understand? But as far as our heritage go, and that to me sounds like a lost people, right? That is the lost people. That is the lost sheep that the Most High is talking about in this book. You understand me? He is not talking about everyone else who already has their heaven to this day. He's talking about oppressed people. You understand me? And we are the oppressed people, and our oppressor has hardened his heart to the point where they don't care. You understand me? They expect us to get over it and want us to get over it. We're not going to get over it. We're not going to let them forget it. You understand me? After that, we're going to get to John 4:20. Matter of fact, let's start at 19. You understand me? This is give you a little context. This is another Samaritan woman that Christ was talking to. You understand me? Christ was talking to the Samaritan woman, right? But this is getting to show you that salvation ain't for everybody, man. Salvation ain't for Jesus loves me. Jesus loves my oppressor. That's why our people fall straight from the Bible. Because why would I love the same God that loves this person that did this, did that, did that? At the end of the day, it was inherited. You understand me? What we go through was inherited, right? We didn't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments the way the Most High wanted us to. And guess what? We inherited this curse. We inherited this affliction, right? But that's the same way that the children now who you might not own those slaves, right? You might not personally did it, but guess what? You inherited, you understand me, your people's burden that must be repaid. You understand me? And it's only right? That's fair, right? God is a just God, right? All right, you got that?
What you want to get?
I'm gonna go John 4, and we're gonna start at 19.
The book of John, chapter 4, verse 19. The woman saith unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet.
Now the woman's talking to Yahushua, you understand me? She's saying, I perceive that you're a prophet. You understand me? Adawan.
Salakia, just to get a little more clarity. This is the woman who, Christ ran into, and she started hitting on Christ. Christ told her, man, go get your husband.
Yeah.
Just like in the ISUPK, don't sit there and deal with no sisters, that's got husbands. You know what I'm saying? Carry on these conversations, and like we are not seduced by, flirtatious women who already have husbands. You understand?
Off limits.
One of the first things a brother say to a sister before having any conversation with her, you know what I mean? If you're in a grocery store or whatnot, so like, you got a man?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't carrying on a conversation with you. And this woman said, no, I don't have a man. She lied. In a way, she lied. She damn sure was dealing with somebody at the time. And Christ said, yeah, you're right. You don't have a husband. You got 5 husbands. You understand? Yep. He said, and as a matter of fact, the husband you got right now, he ain't even about to be your husband for long, because you about to go deal with someone else because you're just that type of woman. He pulled her card. He called her out on it. And this is her response to him, pretty much telling her she's a woman that would have a man and still deal with other men.
Like our society today.
Yeah, we can't use that word, you know what I mean, on some of these social media outlets, but there's a word for a woman that's like that.
Promiscuous.
Even more vulgar.
Yeah, you gotta go harder than that.
You're not gonna take the ban for that, but y'all know what we're saying.
Right.
This is her response to him basically calling her that. She goes, verse 19. The woman saith unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet.
Oh, you got to be. Right.
Different.
God. We good. We go to 20.
Verse 20. Our fathers worship in this mountain, and ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Verse 21. Yahushua said unto her,
what did he say?
Woman, believe me.
He said, check this out. Check this out.
The hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor ye at Jerusalem worship the Father.
You understand me?
Verse 22. Ye worship ye know not what.
And that's the people of this world. We worship, we know not what. We're going to finish that, then I'm going to go back to 22. We're going to read the whole thing out, then we're going to go back to it.
We know what, Salakia, we know what we worship. For salvation is of the Jews.
You understand me? Now we're going to unpack this. Let's go back to 22. You understand me? Salvation is for the Jews. Read it. He said what now?
The book of John, chapter 4, verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what.
And that's the custom and culture of our people. We worship and we know not what, right? We worship Christmas, right? And we all know what that is. We worship in Nimrod. We worship Halloween, right? What's that? Molech, right? We worship Valentine's Day, Cupid. We worship astrology, right? Tarot cards, horoscopes. You understand me? We worship, but we don't know what we worship. For us,
we worship that flag.
Yeah, we idolize that flag. You understand me?
Like if I'm at, it blows my mind, right? My son, he played basketball at his school or whatever, right? And they have a national anthem. My son, Most High in Christ, he's a starter. You understand? So, they call the starting lineups out. Everybody's standing out in the middle of the court. And when they get ready to go play that dumb song, he walks off the court and goes sit on the bench with his other brother. And I'm sitting in the stands. And inevitably, after it's all, everybody's up, that song, doing what they do, that song. You know the routine. You know the ritual. Put that hand on your heart. Take that hat off your head. Stand up nice and proud. Face that flag. Sing along. Hum along. You understand? Show some respect. And inevitably, I get into a conversation with somebody afterwards. Why your son come off the court? Why he ain't stay out there for the national anthem? You start to break down according to our customs and culture, we're not allowed to worship the flag. And you'll see it on their face, like initially they'll start to fix their mouths to say, that ain't worshiping the flag. And it don't take long for it to then start to damn, if it ain't right along with that pledge of allegiance that they make every, school age child do every single day of every school year, 180 days a year, stand up, put that hand over that heart, recite that pledge of allegiance. Now you tell me that ain't worshiping a flag? You tell me that ain't worship?
You got to, right.
And again, you can see it. You can see that they have never ever thought about those things that have just become so common to them and so routine and so, you know, everybody does it. It's just like the social norm. They never thought that is worship. You know what I mean? And I see them grapple with it. The next game will come, and I'll look at the same person that had a question the last game. You know, they'll look over at me and, you know, stand up, but they'll look at me like, damn, I still got to. Go ahead, sis, you can go. You know, you got to, you know, like, I got to stand up. But you're right. But I got to, you know, they ain't been taught to fight. They not in class. The only place you're going to learn how to fight against that type of, again, that worship that we've been, you know, and that has been ingrained in us since we were 3 to 4 years old, is to come into the ISUPK under command and general.
That's the only way. That's the only way.
Where you will learn to love going to war with those types of things. When you'll learn that you used to worship what you didn't even know. You understand? And that now you know exactly what you worship. You know exactly who you serve. Oh, there's a difference. You're only going to find that in the ISUPK under command and general. You have to get in class. www.isupk.com. Go there and find whoever is nearest you and get right.
You're right. You know what I mean? That's a heavy point, and that is a wicked thing that our oppressor makes us do, knowing the things that America has done to our people to make us stand up and pledge our allegiance to his flag. You understand me? Well, I don't owe that flag any allegiance. You understand me? That allegiance did nothing but destroy my people. You understand me? Destroyed everything about our culture. Destroyed everything about our custom. Why do I really have to pledge my allegiance to it? That's just a way, like, that's what leads our people the way we are. So we're like that abused girlfriend who makes up excuses of why her boyfriend beats her up. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, he was just mad that day. Oh no, he was just that abuse is gonna he's gonna smack her in the head again. You understand me? She's gonna make another excuse for it. And that's what our people are usually stuck doing in this society. You know what I mean? We get the last one because we know what we worship. We worship the Most High. You understand me? And we worship the Most High by obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? We know we worship. We worship these high holy days, right? Because that's what's in the Bible. You understand me? Because that's the holy days that the Most High wants us to observe, and He wants this other so-called black men, Hispanic man, Native men, the lost sheep of Israel, to observe them days with Him. You understand me? And as soon as we get together, we will realize that we would slowly start building our culture back up. We will start building up our nation, and we will stop looking at as druggies, drug dealers. You know what I mean? Slaves and everything else they want to call us that does nothing but degrade us. You understand me? You look at the way that we are viewed in the light of America. You understand me? They want to make us look the worst out of every nation. They don't do that to any other nation but us. We're so much bigger. We're so much better than what is perceived or played by us on TV. You understand me? Like, just watch like the TV shows that got going out. You know what I mean? Like the Real Housewives or the Love and Hip Hop, right? What we see on the TV screen when it comes to all the movies, all the rap songs. But at the end of the day, they playing us because we learned all of that from our oppressor, man. We learned all of that from our oppressor. You understand me? We ain't learn all that stuff ourselves. We learned that from our oppressor. So let's go to John 3:16. This is we're gonna do this for the pastors. You understand? We're gonna do this for your pastor. We're gonna break down this real quick and let you know, man, that the Most High didn't send Christ to save the whole world. The Most High sent Christ to save a people from a wicked beast. You understand? From a wicked oppressor, from someone who just takes and takes and takes and never will get enough until Christ comes back and redeems His people. You understand me? We're gonna start. Let's start at 3:16. We're gonna jump around. Now, let's go to John 3:16. We're gonna get to the bottom of this one. We're gonna see. Well, let's see what the pastor will tell you in church. We're gonna read that.
The book of John chapter 3, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
For God so loved the world.
All right, here it goes. They say, okay, so God so loved the world. You know what I mean? So God so loved the world. You understand me? So that's what he got you there, read.
That he gave his only begotten son.
So he gave his favorite son. Uh-huh.
That whosoever believeth in him should not perish,
Mm-hmm.
but have everlasting life.
All right, this is the scripture your pastor will break down to you and say he loves the world, but in all actuality, we're gonna after that, we're gonna skip down to Luke 22 and 30. We're going to the world. But at the end of the day, it was two Israelite brothers having a conversation. You understand me? He was never talking about the whole world, right? It was never no internet, no Wi-Fi out there. How could two people be talking? You understand me? And you think he's talking to everybody? You know what I mean? It's like say if you got your little clique of homies, right? And you be like, hey, I'm throwing a party next week. You're gonna be like, who's gonna be there? Everybody. Everybody gonna be there. We know as slang that means Tyrone gonna be there, Pookie gonna be there, or clique or certain people will be there. Everybody don't mean that the president gonna be there. Everybody don't mean that the Moab's gonna be there. You understand me? It was talking about specific people, but we're gonna get to the word world. Let's get Luke 22 and 30. We're gonna get more what's going on.
The book of Luke, chapter 22,
Mm-hmm.
verse 30. That ye may eat
Mm-hmm.
and drink at my table.
All right, these words in red.
Come.
That means this is Christ saying it. All right. Now he said that ye may eat and drink at my kingdom. Uh-huh.
He said that ye may eat and drink at my table.
Flocky. Yep.
In my kingdom.
Uh-huh.
And sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
You understand me? Judging the 12 tribes of Israel. This is when it's all said and done. Judging 12 tribes of Israel. It's 12 tribes. You understand me? Of Israel. It's not the whole world. You understand me? That means there's certain people that's there, certain people who are not there. You understand me? We're jump down to Hebrews 11 and 3. We're gonna sweep through this little world thing real quick. You understand me? That's 12 tribes. That's and the 12 tribes ain't got nothing to do with our oppressor. You understand me? Ain't got nothing to do with Moab. You understand me? Ain't got nothing to do with Japhite. It's a lot of people who are not put in this final debate, this final discussion that everybody will feel like it did. You know what I mean? Hebrews 11 and 3, we can get it.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 3. Through faith, we understand that the world.
That the what?
The worlds.
That's can you spell it for me, Adawan?
WORLDS.
That's plural. You understand me? That means it is more than one world. As I said, there's two brothers that was kicking it with each other. They was conversating. They want to talk about the whole wide world. You understand me? What we got? There's different worlds. Like we got Sea World, right? We got a third world country, right? We got a world war is what? That's different nations of people. A world means age and society. You understand me? That's what the word world means. You understand me? Regardless of what your pastor try to tell you to hold hands and be nice to your oppressor and keep getting oppressed the same way Martin Luther King tried to do us back in the day. Hold hands and let this fire hose hit you in your face, right? Let the dogs bite you. No. We're going to let you know here in the ISUPK, and this is in the Bible. You understand me? You can get these same scriptures and see it for yourself. You understand me? We're here to bring it to light under command General Yohana. You understand me? And the ISUPK, we're here to bring the thing out, you know what I mean, into the light so you can come back, you know what I mean, and not be the lost sheep of the tribe of Israel. Read.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 3. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God.
Now you understand me. Now the worlds were framed. I mean, God did make everybody. You understand me? He didn't make everything. They were all framed by the words of God. You understand me? But it's a certain world that He loves. You understand me? It's that. Let's see. 1 John 2 and 15. First John 2 and 15, a different world. You understand me? It's a different world. There ain't one world, you understand me? It's different ones. Uh-huh. Let me know when you got it.
Got it.
All right, let's do it.
1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world.
Love what?
Love not the world.
I was saying, love not the world. That's the world that we was brought to. You understand me? That we was put in to do their customs and their culture and do the things they do that turn us against the Most High. The Most High said, "Don't love the world." You understand me? Read.
So like that. Yeah, so wait a minute. Now I'm confused. John 3:16 said, "For God so loved the world."
Right.
Now 1 John 2 and 15 is telling us to love not the world. So that right there is evidence that, there's context that needs to be applied. You know what I mean? Just because it's that word doesn't mean that it means what, dumb people think that one word only has one meaning. But again, context is everything, man. Like, and again, this Bible was written by our people.
Right.
Our people are notorious for slang, man.
Right. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like these pastors out here capping, like this book don't sound just like how we talk.
Right.
When we say world, and that could just mean our people, our folk. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like these. Come on, man.
Yeah, like context, like how many times you had your homie be like, you be like, where you at? He be like, I would be there in a minute. Right? That brother ain't gonna pop up in a minute. It's gonna be a little bit, but that's how we talk. It's slang, it's context behind it. So you have to do it precept on precept. You can't let your pastor give you one verse and that's it. That'd be the end of it. The Bible doesn't contradict itself. It's like a flowing river. You understand me? And best believe it's gonna be solidified in more places than one place in the Bible. You understand me? That's why the Bible never contradicts itself. You understand me? Read. Yeah. Let's do it. All right. We start back at 15.
1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Okay, and that's like the Most High telling us, love not the world, neither the things in this world. Because the things in this world lead you to death. You understand? When we find ourselves doing the things that the world wants us to do, we end up destroying ourselves. Like we end up being drug addicts, right? We end up destroying our neighborhood, selling drugs to everybody, right? We end up being homosexuals, having an alternative lifestyle. Because our oppressor supports having an alternative lifestyle when the Most High is against it. You understand me? Everything, think to yourself, like the oppressor is against everything the Most High wants us to do as a people, right? As a culture, you understand me? All the traditions that we were supposed to upkeep and uphold are thrown out the window. Like nowadays, if you look around, like they're trying to get rid of the Bible. You understand me? They're trying to go against everything this Bible is saying, and that's going to lead us to more further destruction. You understand? We just seen the same thing get done for years and years and years. Us as the people making bad decisions and ending up more messed up than before. It's time to try something new. It's time to get back to these law, statutes, commandments the way that the Most High wanted us to do in the beginning. You understand me? And that would give us life. You understand me? That would put us on high above all nations. You understand me? In the sight of all nations. You understand me? Right, Sparky. Let me get another one. Let me see what I'm gonna go to next.
Keep reading that.
Okay, well let's go.
If any man love the world,
if you love the world,
the love of the Father is not in him.
If you love the world like your pastor, the love of the Father is not in you. If your pastor tell you he love God, but he's eating all the pork, all the shrimp, all the crab, he don't love the Father. You understand me? He tell you he love God, but he tells that woman to leave her man because they're not equally yoked. He don't love the Most High. You understand me? He when your pastor decides he wants to fornicate and commit adultery with every girl in his congregation, the love of the Father is not in you. He's a false prophet. You understand me? He's a fake. He's a phony. He is a liar, and he doesn't come in the name of the Most High. You understand me? And that's where we get led astray at, because we as so-called Black, Hispanic, and Natives, we have put all our love, all our trust into our pastors. So when our pastors lead us astray, we just feel like it ain't worth it. We want to step away from God, but that's because we're not learning from the proper teachers. But if you come up in this ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, you will learn the right way, the righteous way to serve God, and we're not going to lead you astray. You understand me? We're going to lead you to be a better person. We're going to lead us to be better people. You understand me? Because we live in the way this is our directional pad. This is our GPS. This is all that when it comes to the way we're supposed to live in the name of the Most High, understand me, the way He wants us to do it, right? And that's how we get to our freedom. We're going to go to James 4:4 after that. Because he says it all over the Bible, man. Like, the word world has different contexts, and it is not loving everybody. You understand me? He loves the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. He loves the children of Israel. Otherwise,
and again, like you said, man, this whole world conversation started at John 3:16, man. If you read the Bible like your imam, like your bishop does, then all of these scriptures where it says love not the world, that means you ain't allowed to walk around and love nobody.
Right.
You're not allowed to walk around and love nobody.
Right.
Ain't that what it says? It says that any man, whoever loves the world, the love of the Father ain't in him. I thought it was the love of the Father was loving the whole world was the reason why He gave His favorite son.
Right. Right.
So again, if we're going to read the Bible like your pastor does, then none of it makes sense. Maybe that explains why we don't even really know how to love each other, Maserati. Maybe that's why all we learn in the church is how to hate each other, and how to hurt each other, and how to abuse each other, and how to how they say on TikTok, how to SA people, how they SA children. How you have the Catholic Church notorious for SA of children. Right. Like how is that their most famous trait? Is all of the estation that occurs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm trying to beat around this joint. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it is. Like in your church, especially the Christian church, you don't learn to love your brother and sister like you learn in here. In the Christian church, you learn how to love yourself, right? That's right. You learn how to exalt yourself above others and feel like you're better. You understand me? Feel like, that you are the Most High. You understand me? They teach you how to hit a high note. They're gonna teach you how to bang a tambourine. They're gonna show you how to be docile, right? They're gonna have you cutting your hair, shaving your beard off, want to be effeminate, right? That was out of what you got?
A good slave.
A good slave, yeah. They teach you how to be a good slave in that Christian church, right? You understand me? And that is not how the Most High wants us to be in His Bible. You understand me? The Most High never said cut off your beard, you know what I mean? Shave up your hair, make sure you got the freshest outfit on come Sunday, right? That ain't in His Bible nowhere. This is your pastor told you that. You understand me? This ain't in that Bible, but we'll teach you in here what that Bible is. Got ISUPK.com. You understand me? Learn, find a camp nearest you, a school. Lock it, not even a camp, a school nearest to you. You understand me? And get in class, get in all black and learn these scriptures, man. Because we're gonna teach you these scriptures. We're gonna break down these words. We got that. I'll get one more before I get out of here. James 4:4.
James chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses.
We say ye adulterers and adulteresses because when it comes. Because I don't know, can you use the word thought on TikTok?
Yeah.
All right. When it comes to the Most High, we are thoughts. You understand? We worship everything except for the Most High. We worship Islam, right? We worship Buddhism. We want to be we think we Egyptologists. We think we're everything except for what the Most High wants us to be. We think we're all of them. We join every religion, we join every custom. When it comes to the holidays, we got to have the best Thanksgiving dinner. We got to have the best Christmas tree. We want to outdo our oppressors at their day when those are not supposed to be celebrated. We're thoughts when it comes to the Most High and worshiping the Most High because we love everything else but the Most High. You understand me? Read.
Know ye not that friendship of the world.
What? That what?
Friendship of the world.
Celebrating all them holidays.
Friendship of the world. Is enmity with God.
Enmity means against God, man. This is in the Bible. He said friendship with the world is against God. That's Asian society. You understand me? That's doing the things that your people didn't do because they just created this stuff. They just told you that, yeah, it's cool to do this now. Yeah, it's okay to do this now. When it never was. Like Most High never told you you can do that. They're like a babysitter who the Most High leaves the babysitter tell you, man, go ahead. You can stay up all night. Yeah, you can eat all the snacks, right? No, you ain't got to take a bath. No, you ain't got to brush your teeth. That's what America does to us as so-called black people, Hispanic people, and Native people. They give us free reign, right, to go crazy. And then at the end of the day, we're the ones punished for it. We're the ones who fell because of it. You understand me? We got, all right, let's get to the end of it.
Whosoever, therefore, will be a friend of the world.
Now, whoever think it's cool to do what the world tell you to do because the world told you to do it and not the Most High in His Bible, read.
Is the enemy of God.
Dang, this is James 4:4. He's saying right here, if you friendship with the world, you're an enemy to God because the world goes against God, and that's why we suffer all these curses that come with it. You know what I mean? With high blood pressure, right? All the murders, all the letting everything wrong that could happen because we want to be thoughts with the world and take on all their customs, all their cultures, and we lose the protection of our God. You understand? We lose the protection of our Father because we choose to not obey his rules. You understand me? Not to do the things He set in place because He knows the time will come when we will need this guidance because the world will let you go ham. The world will be a bad babysitter to you. You understand me? And get in class, you can learn more about it. I'm about out of time for the day for now, so I'm going to pass the class to Precinct Officer Aisha Olive.
All right, it's the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Ma'ishra means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of any increase that the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. The priest fund is a free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory, just whatsoever amount you would like. We got the ISUPK, the 54th Lord's Passover, you understand, under Commanding General Yohana, will be held in Raleigh, North Carolina, April 1st. You understand? Make sure you make your arrangements. April 2nd, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We got a whole week set aside for this Passover. You understand, this event for the 12 tribes to come together, man, and see what it looks like to be out of the world and in our world, in our kingdom. You understand? See what the kingdom of heaven looks like on earth, man. When all the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans from all across this globe converge on Raleigh, North Carolina, and there's no arguments, there's no fighting, there's no, you understand, that there's no adultery. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just a hell of a good time, man, with the Lord's chosen people, man, living our lives. You know what I'm saying? Living our culture. You understand? So with that, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Ahmadim. Ahmadim Shabbat. Ahmadim. Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yagim Matah. Sar. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Sisters, Ahmadim, which means stand. Men of Israel. Ahmadim Shabbat, Ahmadim, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Alathan Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Yad Yom Matah, class dismissed. Relax, all right? 1 second.